how do you prepare, knowing, you don't know who's going to have that championship?
It doesn't matter to me, as at the end of the day, as I said in that ring, I'm a fighter. It doesn't matter who's opposite me, I'll fight them the same way. They're all going to end up at the other end of my fist and staring up at the lights. Now, both are different competitors, and I want to fight both of them for very different reasons. As I said before, Serico is a hell of a competitor, and I think we'd have a hell of a scrap, but Brady Phillips, I just can't stand the lad. I can't stand anything about him, and I think he's putting in his place.
Into the collar and elbow tie up here. What you also have to remember about this match, James Mason has effectively become a kind of a barometer, a measuring stick of who is almost worthy to be the True Grit Wrestling champion. He's taken on Serico, and that was a tough victory. It was only just squeaked out, and now Brady Phillips has to see if he's got the mettle, if he's got what it takes to take down James Mason, and whether he is ready truly to be a contender for that championship.
I mean, you say about James Mason wrestling giant haystacks and that, but James Mason has been all over the world. He has wrestled every wrestling style you could imagine against every opponent you could imagine, and he's taken them all. The man has forgotten more about wrestling than half the roster has ever learned. He's truly... I've been in the ring against James Mason, and it is an experience. The man is like an octopus. Every hold he has a reversal. Every strike he's prepared.
It is a career that's taken him from John O'Groats to Japan. But he couldn't take down Brady Phillips there. Now Brady Phillips, he is a man who defeated the first ever True Grit Wrestling champion, Saxon Huxley, at the Rumble.
And let's not forget, Brady Phillips has pinned Serico. Yeah? He's breaming with confidence. Look at him.
Well,
the only thing bulletproof about that lad is his ego.
It's done him well so far.
That pin, Isaiah, as you well know, was in a mixed tag match where Brady Phillips and Ivy, another standout crowd favourite, was taking on Serico and Rio. Where the rules were, whoever got the pin got the championship match. And unfortunately, as you did point out, it was Brady Phillips getting that pin. With a drop toe hold there by James Mason. Now, I suppose, Dara, the question has to be, who would you rather face of the two?
As I said, it's a difficult choice. I believe, I've been angling for this match within Serico for a number of years now. It's been built up, but Brady Phillips just rubs me up the wrong way. So I couldn't care less. I want to beat both of them either way, in whatever order. If I've got to beat Wes and then Brady, or beat Brady and then Wes comes to me, it doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Could you imagine the picture? Come March the 8th, we could potentially have the power couple holding both belts.
I think that idea kind of makes a little bit of bile rise in my throat.
Oh, that's a bit rude.
Both of them having gold, but let's take nothing away from Brady Phillips. He has proven that he is a top quality athlete. He is a top quality wrestler. But right now, he is being stretched out like lycra. It's James Mason just working over the shoulders, the arm. He has that hammerlock applied down at the bottom, cinching back. Some might notice almost rings of Saturn style submission hold that he has on at the moment.
See, this is that experience of James Mason here, wearing down the younger and probably more, fit and healthy man by just taking him down to the ground and making him expend energy to try and break those holds. He's not going to beat Brady this way, but he's going to weaken him gradually until the time is right. And that is the kind of ring IQ that you're dealing with when you step into the ring with James Mason.
Oh, and there's the ring IQ of Brady Phillips. They're using the extent of the referee's count.
Oh, you can just hear that fist from James Mason, and out goes Phillips.
See that change of pace there? He's slowing it down, and then as soon as Brady tried to cut corners, ups the pace and puts him on his back.
He just needs a little rest, does Brady. Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is not a no DQ match.
He's getting frustrated now, as Brady.
I suppose something else I maybe need to ask here, Derek, are you almost using this as something of a scouting mission now, where you can check out how Brady Phillips works if you do have to come up against him?
I mean, it's always good to have a bit of knowledge on your opponents. I've known Brady for some time. In fact, we've tangled in the past before, but always good to keep an eye out. He's young. He's got a new attitude. He's got a lot more hunger, and he's got no second thoughts about doing what it takes. And I must say, I'll have to be prepared for that.
Some who say he doesn't even have first thoughts. Not me, though. Once again, James Mason, a technical wizard in the ring. Hold for hold. Could there be anyone better? Not just on the True Grit roster, but in all of British wrestling.
Oh,
Just contorting his wrist, the joints.
And straight back onto it as well. As you notice, what maybe some younger wrestlers might not do. They might remonstrate with the referee. They might take their eyes off the ball, but James Mason is laser focused on the area that he's focused on Brady Phillips.
so he's stretching him out, wearing him down, getting him where he wants to be.
He's got that cravat hold
So the
in.
cravat, he's teaching you a lesson here. How to call hold for hold.
Again, Brady tried to escape there, but
Oh, you could hear the snap of the fingers there. And you can see the pain just etched on Mason's face.
You know, Brady Phillips has got, well, it's a complete package, really, isn't he? He's got the agility, he's got the strength. How do you prepare for that, Dara?
as I
What's the
said,
tactic? Give us an insight.
I mean, like, I don't want to give away all my secrets, but at the end of the day, you know, every tree can be chopped down, no matter how big. Just have to find the right leverage.
Speaking of leverage, that was a very good leverage there performed by James Mason to keep away from the pinning predicament that Phillips tried to put him in. Now just a side headlock applied. Now just the push off from Mason. Snapmare takeover. Gets that shoulder block in. And oh, this time, Brady Phillips, look at that cat-like James Mason landing on his feet.
Oh, not that time.
Yeah, not so much. Brady Phillips now, he's just taking that moment, getting that second wind if he can. Hoping that pre-workout kicks in. James Mason also taking some time. Almost there. Oh, you could hear that shot round off.
Well, this could get dangerous now as they head to the outside, to the rafters.
As it's kind of been alluded to already, this is this is a meeting of the young and the old, as it were. As I mentioned, Mason has been going since 1993. Brady Phillips obviously has that age advantage. He has youth on his side.
He is a big, strong man, is Brady Phillips, and he's come on a lot in recent years.
James Mason is favouring that left arm. He's trying to keep that left arm away from Brady Phillips.
So he must have taken it on that apron, taking it against the apron there has done him some damage. And if Brady spots that, he could isolate it, and then my man James could be in some serious trouble.
This is a good spot, Isaiah, but as you say, Dara, it's whether Phillips also spots that. Mason now fights out and manages to. Oh no, I thought he was going to be able to reverse it into a hold of his own. But now the arm just wrung once again by Brady Phillips. He's going for those fingers again, I think. Oh no.
He escapes the leg.
Oh, flip through and a kick off by Mason. Oh, you.
Hollow thud.
That's because there's no heart in there.
Oh, that's rude.
Well, the crowd want some more. They want to see Brady Phillips punished. Phillips just wants to shove his shoulder directly into the gut of James Mason and gyrate on him, I guess. This match is now slowed. You have to question who this maybe favours going at this pace.
So yeah, Brady, this is his problem, his arrogance. Like it was evidence there when he got in the ring with me. He's not taking James perhaps as seriously as he should. And this is what's going to be his undoing. Here we are, James back in the ascendant.
Lovely
What a knee
lift. Uppercut. James Mason once again on top and laying it into Phillips. The Irish whip though reversed. Just met with that back elbow. And you can still see, as you pointed out before, Isaiah, Mason favouring that left arm, trying to get some feeling, some blood back into it.
I think Brady revels in being able to take his time.
Wait a minute, this might be the signal for the
God.
end.
Go for the pile driver.
Again, maybe taking too much time. And if there's one thing that James Mason is comfortable with this time, he's had enough of it in that ring. See, he meets Phillips with two clotheslines. And wait a minute, we've got Ivy out here. We've got Ivy out at ringside. What is happening? Does James Mason have a manager she can protest to? I don't think so. But he's not distracted. As it senton's over. But someone who is distracted is referee Scott Bell.
Now that is just brilliant from Ivy.
Brilliant is the word he uses.
Yeah, because that's proper love, isn't it? That is someone who is looking out for their other half's interests. And I respect that.
I'm not saying she's a gold digger.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Pile driver on James Mason by Brady Phillips. Not like this. 3. Brady Phillips gets the win.
Going back to your previous question, that is something that I will have to be aware of. Have my head on a swivel for Ivy, as she's always knocking around somewhere in the background.
She should clearly be called Rose, because she's nothing but a thorn in the side of anybody facing Brady Phillips.
Oh, I don't see her as a thorn. I see these two as two blossoming roses.